Hi, my name is Barbara Williams, and I'm the Mobile Marketing Global Practice Lead from Microsoft, part of the Worldwide Marketing Excellence team in the Central Marketing Group. Today I'm going to have a conversation with Seth Greenberg, who heads up Global Marketing for Intuit out of California. So I'll just start off by just asking you if you could just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do, and we'll just get it kicked off that way.
Sure. I'm Seth Greenberg. I'm the Vice President of Global Marketing and Digital Media at Intuit. And we have products that you probably know like TurboTax, QuickBooks, Mint.com. I actually run the digital marketing team and the media team, so offline and online media. And on digital marketing, we have channels like display advertising, affiliate marketing, paid and organic search, and also some of the new and emerging channels I'm responsible for as well as social media and mobile marketing.
Awesome, awesome. So in relation to that and thinking about, you have a really broad view across your campaigns, whether it's, again, traditional media or digital media. From your perspective, what are some of the challenges or changes that you see happening in terms of the advertising and marketing community, or even specifically with Intuit? What are some of the challenges and changes that you see?
Well, the challenges are fun challenges because we want to reach consumers where they're at. And so what we've known and what we've developed and evolved are things like the online desktop type of stuff, laptop type of stuff. What's emerging with social and mobile, especially with mobile, we need better instrumentation for analytics, trackability. We need to be more contextually relevant to folks, and I just think that those are fun challenges that we have right in front of us right now.
Absolutely, and that idea of measurement and analytics is definitely a theme throughout the industry. What are some of the ways that you guys are kind of tackling that? And when you look at developing your mobile programs, and what do you measure and how do you measure? Do you have a kind of a silver bullet, or it's a kind of an iterative process? Like, how do you approach it?
Well, what we're measuring, what's available right now is one thing, but I actually use three words. I use to what end. So to what end are we doing all these campaigns? And right now we have two objectives. One is a learning plan, and the other one is business objectives. And the reason why we have a learning plan is we have a hypothesis that in 2 to 3 years, 65% of our, hopefully what will then be 30 million TurboTax customers, will use a tablet or mobile device to do their taxes. And so we better disrupt ourselves and figure out that now. And so that's a learning plan that we have a couple years window to get to, but we have to start right now. The other part is business results. And so we definitely want to use device ID and as much as we can, and sometimes we have to invent or create this and obviously stay within privacy policies and feel great about it. But we need to be accountable if we're going to continue to add investments in these channels.
So when you think about that, just kind of switching gears a little bit, what does that mean for your organization? Having to, I guess, look at the longer view and test and learn now, it sounds like that's important. Does it mean different types of marketers, new skills for marketers, a new structure for the marketing department? What does it mean to get ready for that tsunami that it's been called that's coming?
Well, what it means you're absolutely right, different skills of marketers means that we've reorganized my own team. So we have two verticals now. We have a performance marketing side and a new and emerging platform side, which includes social, mobile, virtual currency, gaming, gamification, all that kind of stuff. So we have different experts now on that. And nobody is an expert because some of the folks, some of our segment partners that help us understand what the world and landscape is out there, we're all learning at the same time.
Right.
So I think it's important to find somebody that has the capabilities of learning, because we're still in like V1 of experience right now.
That's a really good point, and I'm hearing that theme repeated with other marketers, that idea of education is critically important. I mean, organizational capability has always been important, but right now it's critical for the business. So when you think about that idea of education being important, and Einstein, I'll actually add this in too, that Einstein has this quote, and then I've used it many times, that once you stop learning, you start dying. And it seems even more critical now for marketers to kind of have that mind state. How do you apply that within Intuit with your marketers, knowing that you have to kind of always be on with the learning?
Well, we need to encourage innovation. We need to surround ourselves with smarter people than us, and hopefully we're not reinventing the wheel or inventing the wheel every time. We also leave ourselves with a budget of experimentation funds. And so we're not just strapped for direct response type of short business term results. We've actually built in a buffer to make sure that we've given ourselves appetite and expectations to learn.
I think if there was a silver bullet, you may have just tapped on it right there, in that you have allocated the budget to test and learn in these spaces without having the requirement that it deliver the immediate business objective, in this quarter. And how have you gotten to that place? Because I hear a lot of marketers, and ANA did a study with the Mobile Marketing Association, that a barrier to many marketers investing more is that senior executives don't understand mobile. They don't really understand how it fits in or what the return would be. How have you overcome that to be able to have innovation budgets and be able to test and learn in this space?
Well, I mentioned up front that I guess it's part of what the company expects of me is to disrupt ourselves, because I think that you have a couple different ways of company philosophies, and there's nothing wrong with either way, but you might have a company like ours that is, we're disrupting ourselves. We're the leader in all the businesses that we're in, and so to disrupt ourselves is healthy, so we won't get disrupted by someone else,
Right.
as opposed to other marketers, and there's nothing wrong with this as well. They'll wait for someone else to create something and they'll fast follow. But we want to stay on that cutting edge, and we want to maintain that that advantage as well.
That's
and so
awesome.
sometimes it's not easy to learn these things, and we'll make a lot of mistakes along the way. But we'll also have more experience and a little bit of a head start in what we do.
Awesome. So I guess just to wrap things up, are there any closing thoughts about what you think it's going to take for there to be a critical mass in investment in mobile marketing, whether it's advertising or any of the myriad of mobile tactics that are there? What is it going to take for marketers to move into that space more frequently?
Well, I mentioned that we've verticalized my team. And so, for example, we have performance marketing on one side, and we have new and emerging platforms, including social mobile, on the other side. I don't think that the right side will ever move over to the performance side, but I do think that things within there will move over. So what it will take is when we learn cost per acquisition types of vehicles, brand response types of executions, we can now systematically make some of this performance marketing. And I think as we get our arms around this, because it's still a little bit pioneering, but some of the things within there are becoming a lot more response generating, and we can actually measure and forecast and predict what's going to happen. And as we get better with this, I just see that being a feeder channel of innovation into our regular business results.
Right. It sounds like kind of an incubation until the idea grows
Yes.
up, and then it's part of how you do marketing.
Yes, and it's not all going to move over together. I think it's just going to be like a farm system that will continue to feed. For example, 3 or 4 years ago, we didn't have organic search, and now we have it. We didn't have an affiliate program, and that was experimental to us. And so now we've systemized it, and we've made it a big part of our business. And I think that things within mobile will systematically move over and be more predictable. And then how do we add fuel to that fire? And then it's what's great about it, it's dynamic. We're never going to just be able to rest on a hammock and say we're done, check the box. This is going to always be coming down the pike.
Exactly. And so for your point of view, mobile is not an if, but it's happening type of phenomenon.
It's happening whether we like it or not, and I don't like the ostrich head in the sand type of thing. I think that our eyes have to be wide open, and this is the way that consumers want to experience digital.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.